Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Troy speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. And today it's a super special video because we have a guest with us, and it's Auvbri, who is also doing the collab with me here. And yeah, hi Auvbri, so please say hi.
Hi everyone.
So me and Auvbri, we thought we are going to do a jungle bazaar village town kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, so we had like this idea that we talked about back and forth, and this is what we came up with. So it turned out really awesome.
It's also because some of you guys have asked, because of since Jungle Adventure came out, and we both are kind of very slow. Well, I'm a very slow builder. I take lots of time. Sorry for that. But like when Jungle Adventures came out, lots of my viewers and your viewers have asked for like a place where they can sell their artifacts and what they kind of dig up in the dirt and stuff. And we thought that it's like a really cool idea for like a town bazaar market kind of place. So yeah, this is what we did here. Yeah. And it's also the 50-50 challenge, people, so you can of course see that I had to put like down like a little
line in the middle
border. So I'm not going to build into your side. So yeah, Auvbri is doing the other side, of course, which will be in another video that will be later. So yeah, later we will swatch whatever change to your channel, and yeah, we're going to talk there more. But yeah, so obviously we used the terrain tool, or I did, you did as well.
Yeah, oh my god, the terrain tool is just so annoying sometimes. I had the most trouble with this terrain tool in this build. Because there's so many different levels, and because you started the build, there was like all of these levels in my build that just didn't want to go with what you have created. So
you can create new levels? Because I already had these weird, like, second level, third level and stuff. I did not know that. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It was a nice challenge, but it was just, I was just so annoyed, and I think that's why it took so long for me to actually do my part of the build. But it turned out really good, and once I saw what you had created here, I was just so inspired to do something that would be like as creative as yours and really just match up with what you have done. So really kudos to you for creating such an amazing build.
It was inspired by one of your builds, like your pirate town.
Yeah, you said that.
One was cool, yeah. And I thought, oh cool, let's just do the same, just with like a jungle kind of town. So.
Like, okay, so that build, the pirate town, was actually on a live stream, and I initially didn't want to do it. It was just, I just saw all of these new objects, you know, with the Get Famous expansion pack, and I just thought, let's create something. And it's actually becoming a really oh my god, I can't speak. It's becoming a really good viewed video is what I was trying to say.
It's a beautiful build. I really liked it. It's really cool. I really like when builders do like, I mean, it's nice to do like family houses because that's like the most used, I think, Sims build, like in game wise or like downloaded wise. But then again, it's like so boring to only do family houses. I'm like, again, like a family house. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's boring. So I'm always like, I'm a sucker for videos or like builders who also do like other stuff, like little villages and stuff. So
actually, cool. I find it really hard. I don't know if you have it the same way, but I find it really hard to actually sometimes get away from those really modern family looking builds, because it's just like there's so many good builders out there, and finding stuff to create new stuff all the time can be a bit difficult. But I think we did something really amazing here. It's not something beautiful. I've seen before.
Yeah, I also think that like nobody has done like in this style. I mean, I've seen like a couple of jungle village, which are like basically just some huts and, you know, like a lake in the middle or something. So that's also like a cool idea. Maybe we can do this again. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's I think it's really cool because I have not seen anybody else doing something like this. So that's cool.
It's a really different build, and
we are pioneers here.
Yeah, doing something different. It's just I think this turned out so good. I'm so happy with what we did here. So yeah.
And again, it's like super detailed, so it took a lot of time. I'm not sure how long you took for your part, but I think I needed like 8 hours or 9 hours.
Yeah. Oh my god! You just when I saw it the first time when you actually sent the screenshot to me on Twitter, I was like, what? what have I got myself into here? I was just so good. I was just so intimidated, honestly, because it was just so good looking. So I just, when I loaded up the game, got your half of the build from the gallery, I was just like, wow. And I remember also writing that to you. It's just, I don't know what to do with this.
What's happening? I mean, it's the cool thing. The cool thing, if you go second, you can always copy from the other side. Like you can copy the same objects. You don't have like the time that you spend for. I know there's this one object. Where is it? I can find it. Because I had this like so many times in this build. I was looking like for base game objects. Yeah. But since we don't have like a good filtering system, like the filters, you have to know the exact name of certain objects or build stuff. And I was like, what's it called? It's kind of a chest, but it's not a chest. And I was like, the chest, box, anything, or container, and I didn't find it. And I, way later in the build and decorating, I was like, oh, there it is, this little tiny fucker. There you go. I found it. It took me like so long to find it. Yeah. And this is usually what you don't have if you go for the second part, like on the other half. So you already can copy like lots of stuff over.
And that was a really big help to me, because lots of the items I was just like, how do I find that? I don't know where that is located. And sometimes the way that they actually categorize items is just so weird to me. I don't know why that would be under that category, but it was really nice to to go second. So I just kind of had all the items that I needed. So
but next collab you're going first.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. But I wanted to have like different kind of layers with the terrain tools because I wanted to do like a mix of Arabian kind of bazaar, because if you type in bazaar, of course you get like lots of Arabian kind of Turkey and all that stuff, kind of houses and buildings, And I thought, okay, well, selvadoradan is obviously South American inspired, so I can't go super Arabian here. And I thought, hey, why not go with Arabian kind of looking architecture, but then just use all the jungle stuff, kind of windows and doors. So you have the influences from the American, goddammit, South American influences, and kind of is like a mix now between Arabian and South American architecture. It kind of looks very Sims-ish, like with this mix-up character that it has. Like the whole game is kind of mixed together with different kind of cultures, in my opinion. Yeah. So. And
I personally think that this fits really well together, like these two mesh of these two styles, especially because, as you said, the selvadoradan stuff is really like Latin American inspired-ish, but with this kind of like Mexican, Turkish-ish roofing and all that stuff. I think it worked really well together. So I just want to say something real quick here. What you actually did with the waterfall here. I didn't know you could do that. Scale that like.
Yeah, that's a trick I learned in another collaboration with Simmerkey. And I've been doing the waterfalls, like I only use the one without like scaling it down, and then I always had to hide the whole frame and stuff. Yeah. And then she did her part and continued my waterfall, and she sized it down. I was like, what?
Yeah, I have never thought about that, because when I do waterfalls, I usually just take a bunch of fountain tools and just place them all over so it looks good. But that was such a good idea. I'm definitely gonna steal that.
Yeah, I do so, because I also stole that. So yeah, we're all stealing from each other. Yeah, making our builds look fab.
Yeah, exactly. So the item that you're actually placing now, I actually had to get a stuff pack to actually
yeah, that's
get
from
that.
the toddler stuff. Is it from the toddler?
Yeah, it is from the toddler stuff. And
it's
I was
the
like,
only, like, that's a stuff pack that I personally really don't like. It's like one of the less used stuff packs. But
definitely.
only this thing for this build just made so much sense. So I had to use it. So I'm sorry that you had to get the toddler stuff.
It's okay. I had to spend my money on something. But yeah, I totally agree, and we've talked about this too, but stuff packs are just, I don't think they're worth the money.
I think stuff packs are not supposed to, like that everybody has to get it, or like it's not like a really big addition. So I think it's cool for people if you're really into the theme of the stuff pack, then it's really something for you. Because except of course weird stuff packs that don't have like a real theme. For example, the toddler thing, I didn't get that one because I don't see like a whole theme there. But there's not so much toddler stuff in there, and we don't want to talk about the ball pit incident.
Oh no!
I don't know. Did you? Yeah, the ball pit incident. It's like we don't talk about it in the Sims community. That's ball pit of doom, pixel doom, whatever it was. And I mean, there are a couple of stuff packs that Simmers don't want to talk about. Since I'm like in the Game Changer program, Since we're in the I'm in the Game Changer program. Like sometimes I talk to other Game Changers as well. And there's like the stuff pack that shall not be named, and we always mean, of course, the first pet stuff.
I actually think that the Sims team know they screwed up with that one.
And it was like, I think it was the first one from Sim Guru Graham, or Sim Guru Graham was like the main producer on that one. And he's such a lovely guy, like through all the live streams and on Twitter and stuff. He's like really talking to the players and stuff, and he really loves it. So I was kind of, oh man, I really like this guy, but like this is stuff pack. No, it's what were they thinking? Please no.
It's kind of like the Voldemort of stuff packs, and it's the one that shall not be named. Exactly. It's we don't talk about it. It's rule number 1 and rule number 2, but we just did, so we kind of broke our own rules. But I thought it just had to be addressed. So like there's like 4 or 5 stuff packs that I don't have because I simply just don't want to get them. Honestly, I don't find the stuff that appealing, but I really like that in Origin you can actually see what stuff you get with the packs. What I really want to have is when I am on the gallery that it says how many objects are from which pack, like the count. Just so that would be interesting for me, because I really I know I'm just like here I'm just building around with all the packs that I have. But I actually would really like to know in certain kinds of builds how many objects are used from what kind of pack. That would be really cool if you would see that like somewhere. Like a scroll down menu where you can see which items were used from what pack or something. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to like, but I don't know. What's your favorite stuff pack though? Do you have one that you kind of tolerate? I don't know. Favorite stuff pack? Let me just open my Origin here. I honestly don't remember which stuff pack I had at this point. Let's see. Extra content. So I believe my favorite stuff pack, it has to be the one that I just got, the vintage glamour stuff. I mean, that's I think also the best one because of the butler. Like I think you have it's so useful, because I really hate cleaning all that stuff in the game. It's so super boring. And the butler is just way too much fun to have around. I haven't actually played around with the butler yet, but for some reason the sim that I create always just are the most lazy sims in the world. They just don't want to clean up the dishes, and somebody actually told me in a live stream that I needed to get that stuff pack, and looking at all the stuff that came with it, like the building items, I really liked it. It was so good looking, and the butler is just like a huge plus, so I'm gonna have to play around with him as well at some point. But what stuff pack would you say is your favorite? I think also, like, not because of the items,
but because of the butler, it's vintage glamour, and I don't know why. I can't really tell you why, but I like for the objects wise, I really like the laundry, but I hate laundry. Like the laundry gameplay is shit. But like the objects are really nice.
I totally agree with you on one point. The objects that came with the laundry stuff pack is beautifully done. Yeah. And I was actually, I don't know about you, but I actually voted on what kind of stuff that I wanted. Yeah. But actually, I don't know. I actually do like doing laundry in my game.
What? Really? You're one of those people?
Yeah. I actually voted for the laundry because I really wanted it. I don't know, it just adds like this kind of realism to it that I really do enjoy.
But I hate laundry in real life, so I really don't want to have it in Sims, but yeah, it's okay. Oh, look, here we are already at the stalls. Oh man, like doing the stalls. I'm not sure if you know, or if you had problems, but I was like, what kind of stalls am I going to do? I'm like, because I was thinking, okay, you maybe need like a fruit kind of vegetable kind of market stand, because that's usually what you always have in every market. Yeah. But we don't have any like non-debug kind of food, because the debug food always disappears right away if you place it. So I really had to use the objects, and we only have like from seasons, like the pumpkin stuff and pumpkins from the spooky stuff and like Halloween or something.
I actually ended up using those pumpkins as well because I wanted to, and I found out the hard way when I did one of my previous builds that the item from debug just disappears if it's fruit or something. So, but yeah, oh my god, placing all this stuff took forever. I don't know about you, but I was just like, I needed to take a break in between doing each stall because I felt like all of the items were just overboard. There's just so many items to be placed.
I had this too. I mean, I was like already sometimes I stop like recording when I know I'm doing like fiddly, like the fiddly detailing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was before I did these stalls, so like all that you can see behind the stalls, because I thought, okay, it looks a little bit naked because it's only foundation. Yeah. And the one thing that I really hate, you can't place anything on foundations, like no pictures and stuff, like everything that is on a wall can't be placed on a foundation.
Yeah,
it always kind of swaps up to the upper wall or something, and it's annoying me, so I always had to put like something behind it, which I will later delete later. This is always what I do. I detail something, then I'm like, nah, I'm not digging it. And so this is what I never record, but usually these kinds of recordings that I do, like decorating and then deleting it, is like 2 hours again. So I'm not recording it anymore. I did before, but I learned my lesson. So sometimes I don't press record while I'm doing the first kind of detailing. So it takes a lot of time, but like sometimes you know, when you want to place everything and kind of, tilt and, I don't know, like use the Alt key all the time. So it really looks, and make it smaller and bigger and, like looking from all angles. That takes a lot of time, so I totally know what you mean.
Honestly, I don't even remember what we did before we could actually scale items down. I feel like we couldn't do that much then.
No, yeah. I mean, I also sometimes still forget that you can scale them down.
Yeah,
like I'm still used to, I can scale them up, but I sometimes forget that I can scale them down. And sometimes I'm like, oh dang it, I could have scaled that down. Why didn't I use that? So
totally.
I have that a lot of times later.
I do that accidentally sometimes. Forget that I can scale things down, so I actually accidentally scale things up instead, and it's just like fitting the whole screen. It's just like, nope, not what I was trying to do here. But I do the exact same thing with the recording. Like turn it off sometimes when I'm doing all of this like little fiddly detailing stuff that nobody really wants to see. Like you can kind of tell that I put some painting in the back here. You don't really have to watch that. some people do want to watch that. So
yeah, I know. I mean, there will always be people who complain that some parts are missing. I know, but yeah, we already talked about it like off recording, that like some really like to only watch like video tours, some like the speed builds, some really want to see everything, like all 30 hours of building.
Yeah,
which is crazy, like, but okay.
You have to try to cook a 5+ hour build down into a one sitting viewing on YouTube, and it's actually really difficult, I find sometimes, to actually to figure out what kind of stuff that you have to cut from the speed build, because there's just always going to be some people who want to see everything. And but yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I just turn off my recording sometimes to do all the kind of little stuff like detailing on houses and stuff like this, for example. So the recording isn't like 20 hours long.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's fiddly. Like, it's a hard decision also sometimes in editing. What am I going to cut out and what not?
But I will say I'm really glad that you're doing all of the stalls here, because that's actually something that I show most of my stalls, but I don't show all of them being created, just because I figured that you would show it as well. And it's kind of like we tried to, or at least I did, I tried to not do the same stalls as you, but still there's just some stuff that I had to...
Yeah, I mean, some are repeating itself. It's okay, because, I mean, that's the same on the markets as well. Like, if you go to markets, I mean, there's not only, like, one selling clothes and only one, I don't know, vegetable kind of stall. So, yeah,
exactly.
I think that's, like, totally normal.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I kept, you can kind of see it in my build too, I kept like sneaking over to your build to see what you've done and kind of see, okay, what kind of stores can I create here, what hasn't she done.
So yeah, oh, by the way, we are at the interior, so that's what I usually do. I only do like the exterior, then like normal, like the structure building, then I put like the doors and windows and detailing on the house, then I do landscaping and exterior, which I did here as well with the stalls and stuff, and then I do the interior. Is this how you do it as well? Like, did you do the interior later, like as last?
Yeah, mostly. This is something that I know a lot of people who come from my channel hates about my builds. I'm all over the place. I'm like, and you're gonna see it in my version as well. I'm just like, when I get an idea, I just have to create it and then get back to another thing, and then just like all over the place trying to finish everything. It's just like this whole big mess. But usually I do the interiors the last, and I try to, you know, do as you and finish all of the exterior stuff first. And then... this is,
by the way, my favorite place, because it has a bubble bar in there. It's like kind of, I don't know what it's called, but like in these old-timey kind of movies where you have the opium kind of places where they all, that's what I wanted to do here, but just like a really colorful psychedelic kind of Sims style. So I had to do this. I was like thinking, maybe Sims want to unwind at a bubble blower and kind of get high in this kind of area. So that's my favorite kind of thing to be in this village. Like on my side, I haven't looked at your side, so because I wanted to be kind of surprised a little bit. So.
I actually ended up having to create a bubble bar myself, but it is like a different style. So I used some of these same items, like in different colors and
I've seen that schemes. your side is a little less funky, I would say. Like mine is super like they're pinks and purples and blues, and yours a little bit more realistic and toned down, and I just went for it. I was like, but let's go colorful.
I really like that. So but I just felt like, okay, so you know, there's always that side of town that's just like really funky and has all of these color schemes, and I was trying to still keep that in the streets of my half, but maybe some of the insides would be a little bit toned down, so it was like not in your face all the time. But I really did like all the styles that you put in and all the color schemes.
I mean, it's also cool because this is perfect for a collaboration, because then you have like the different influences that you would also have like in the village, because you have different people, you doing their interior of their own houses and bars and stuff. So it's kind of different as well. So that's actually like doing these kinds of collaborations where it's like multiple houses on one lot. It's like perfect, I think, for collabs, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I just have to say, I had the most fun doing this collaboration, and it's just, oh my god, how long have we been talking about doing this collaboration? It's just
like 1 year or so.
Yeah,
I know.
I remember I messaged you back in like the start of the year, and you said you were really busy, and I was like, okay, I can wait, I really want to do this, and you're like, oh, super, and I was just like, okay, so is this gonna happen? And but yeah, I think people will be very happy with what we have created here, and I definitely think it's worth the wait as well.
Yeah. I really hope that they like it. You better like it, people!
Yeah! Go download it and give the videos a thumbs up or whatever.
Yeah, give the videos a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and oh wow, I have the join button now where you can be a member of my channel. Do you have this as well on YouTube? Like there's this new feature where you can join. Yeah. That's a really new one. I think I have it like for 2 weeks or something. I was like, what's
they're
this?
just doing so much new stuff with YouTube. It's like...
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, the premiere button as well. I'm so confused. And then I was watching a premiere that you did, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, premieres are really actually lots of fun. I really try to do a premiere when I know that I will be around when the video goes live. So then I usually try to do a premiere so I can chat with people, and it's like a little bit more... You know, like you can connect with your viewers a little bit more, because usually we only get like the comments is kind of one-sided.
Yeah.
There's no like, not like in live streams. In live streams you can have like a direct feedback, but yeah, it's a little bit one-sided.
Yeah, I think
to only do videos.
I think that's why I enjoy the live stream so much too, is because it's just... You get to interact and you get to do that in the premieres as well, but whereas the comments, it's just like you can read the comment, but you can't like reply to everything because there's just so many comments. So yeah.
And we're already at the end of the video. We talked the whole time. It's perfect. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Of course, there will be a video tour now, but after the video tour, you have to click on the link that I will provide in the video description down below, because we are moving over to Aubri's channel now, and we are going to watch his second part, his builds, and of course, continue our little talk, so you have to watch it. And of course, subscribe to Auvbri, because he's obviously really a nice person, and you will also see that he's an amazing builder.
Thank you.
So thanks so much for being here, Auvbri, and
thank you for having me.
Okay, bye guys.